G'day, welcome to Easy Jeezy Mapping Made Breezy. So in today's episode, we're going to be looking at creating a print layout and exporting our delicious maps. So got to get started really quick because I've got to spend some time today trying to work out how I can make some money by turning these into NFTs. Let's see how that goes. I'll let you know and keep you posted. But until I need to dash off, let's get straight into making these beautiful maps and exporting them. So I'm going to start at this point, just assuming that you've already worked out what visualization you want. Okay, so in this case, I'm visualizing building height, okay, by symbol size. So the larger circles representing taller buildings. Okay, so let's assume you've got it all ready to go. The first step we're going to do is we're going to go to project. We're going to say new print layout. Okay, so let's click on that and then give it a name. So building height 3. Click OK, and there you go. You're presented with your canvas. Okay, now basically, first thing you can do is if you right click anywhere, you just go to page properties, and over here you can choose what size of page you want. It's A3, and you can choose whether you want portrait or landscape. Depends on the data, I guess. But in this case, we're going to stick with A4, and we're going to stick with landscape because our data is in sort of that landscape format. Okay, so we've got our page set up as we like. Now let's add our map. So if we click on Add Item at the top, and then go to Add Map, let's click and draw. I don't need a border or anything around it. I want the full screen filled up by the map. Okay. Great, there we go, looking good. Now over here, if we click on Move Item Content, we can actually move it around. You might need to just adjust it up or down. If you scroll the mouse, it will zoom in and out, change the scale. If you hold in Control and scroll the mouse wheel, you get a little more finesse there. Okay, and you can move it around there. Now, if you click on the Select and Move, and then if you try to scroll the mouse wheel, see that it actually just scrolls the whole page view. And again, if you hold the control, you get a bit more finesse. So let's get it to a nice little scale we're working with. Okay, I think about there, looks about right for me. Okay, and click back over here and let's start adding some features. Okay, so first of all, let's go add a scale bar. Okay, so click on scale bar and then just draw it in. It's going to appear in this case 0, 100, 200. Looks pretty good. Now over here, and actually if you right click and go item properties, it'll appear in case it doesn't, but if not, it should already appear over there. You've got some options. So you can choose double box, for example. You've got some other one, line 6 up, line 6 down, line ticks in the middle, or numeric. Let's leave it at double box. Meters, yeah, I think meters probably suits this scale here. You can choose how many segments. So currently it's in 100. So you can say, well, I want it in 200. And it's going to break it up into 200. And then you can choose how many right, how many left, for example. So you might like something like that, or you might want it at 100. Okay, say 5 units right for 100. You can even put units left if you want. I'm not going to for this one. Move the scale bar where you want. Okay, and you've got a few little options here. You can change you can put a background, a frame, etc., colors, fonts, all that sort of stuff you can play around with to your heart's desire. Okay, so we've got our scale bar, move it where we want it. Okay, next, let's add in a legend. Okay, so let's go add items, add legend. Click on that. I want it over here. There's a bit of space over here. We'll put that in. Well, it's pretty big. That's pretty big. It's taking up a lot of space. First thing over here again, you can right click it, go item properties. Over here, let's untick auto update. And let's remove the OSM standard for that base map. Don't need it in this case. And there, let's move it over here so it's not blocking any of the data, any of the points. Okay, I've got our sample points already here. Got our CBD. If you want, you can give it a title, legend. Okay, so they know what this box represents, just in case. Okay, now if you go down the fonts, you can choose the type of font, the size, etc. for the title. Let's make it a bit smaller. Let's make it bold and italic. Okay, there we go. Group fonts, subgroup fonts, even the item fonts, you can change all that. So let's make that a little bit smaller. Okay, I think that there. Some points as well. Okay, so there we go. Let's make that a bit smaller. Again, you can add in a background frame around it if you want. Something like that you can choose. On the color, we can make it a little bit transparent. Okay, the background there. So it's too distracting. Okay, but where we like it. Okay, actually, maybe just going to bump up the transparency just a little bit, or reduce it, I should say. There we go. Okay, next let's add in a north arrow. So add item. Let's go add in picture in this case. I want the north arrow over here. Now, if you go down to search directories, you can choose obviously your own image. If you go to search directories, generally they've got ones that work pretty well. So yeah, I'll go with that one. Why not? Click on that one right there. Got a few more options. You can say fill color. Let's fill it's black. It stands out a bit better. Let's move it up there into that top right corner. Next, let's add in our title. So add in, add item, add label there. Drag, okay, I want it about there. You've got your text here, so we can say building. Okay. Then down here you got your font. Let's click on our font. Let's make it bigger than that, I think. 24. Let's make it bold and italic, maybe 26. Okay, there we go. You can play around, you can center it, etc. Move it around. And you've got similar options. You've got frame, background, position, all this sort of stuff that you can play around with. Okay, move it around. Let's say yes, that's looking pretty good. Okay, I'm pretty happy with all that there. The next thing you need to do is go to layout and then export as image. Okay, yep, don't worry about that. Okay, so yep, building height, I want that. Save. Okay, it's going to give you a few more options on the resolution, the width, etc. Most of them should leave as default. Save. And depending on the complexity of your map, might take a few seconds, up to a minute or so. Okay, but there you go. That's how we play around with our layout view and export a map. Hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next episode. See you later. Ciao.